Space isn't just vast, it's weird. No matter how much we study it, the universe keeps dropping discoveries that leave even the smartest minds baffled. One moment we think we understand the rules of physics, and the next, we're staring at something so bizarre it rewrites the textbooks. Some of these finds are eerie, some are mind-blowing, and a few make us seriously question if we're the only ones out here. From planets that shouldn't exist to mysterious signals from deep space, the cosmos is packed with surprises. So buckle up, because these 15 discoveries will make you rethink everything you thought you knew about the universe. And trust us, space isn't done messing with us yet. Number 15. The Red Rectangle Nebula. Most nebulae in space look like swirling clouds of gas and dust, taking on shapes that seem almost random. But the Red Rectangle Nebula breaks that mold completely. Instead of the usual chaotic spread, this nebula, located 2,300 light-years away in the constellation Monoceros, forms a near-perfect geometric shape, baffling astronomers since its discovery. At the heart of this strange formation are two stars orbiting each other, a setup that may explain the nebula's rigid structure. When shock waves from these stars interact with the surrounding dust, they likely create two cone-shaped formations of bright dust. From our perspective, these cones overlap, forming the illusion of a glowing red rectangle. But the mysteries don't stop there. The nebula also emits an eerie, extended red glow, a stuff scientists struggle to explain. Some believe intense ultraviolet light from the stars interacts with complex carbon molecules in the dust. Number 14. Planet 9. Some astronomers are convinced that our solar system is hiding something big. Planet 9 is the name given to a hypothetical massive world lurking far beyond Neptune, influencing the orbits of icy objects in the Kuiper Belt. If it exists, it could be 10 times the mass of Earth, sitting over 200 times farther from the Sun than our planet, and taking 10,000 years to complete a single orbit. The first real clues appeared in 2014, when astronomers noticed a handful of distant objects with orbits that were strangely aligned. These objects weren't just randomly floating around, something massive seemed to be tugging on them. The odds of this alignment happening by chance were less than 0.00001%, making the existence of Planet 9 the best explanation. Tracking it down, however, is no easy task. Its extreme distance makes it nearly impossible to see, and its location remains a guessing game. Despite setbacks, astronomers are still searching, hoping to confirm whether our solar system really has a hidden giant lurking in the dark. Number 13. Galaxy X. Galaxies are typically easy to spot, huge collections of stars, gas, and dust lighting up the cosmos. But Galaxy X is different. It's practically invisible, a ghostly presence orbiting the Milky Way, discovered only because of the way its gravity tugs at nearby stars. First suspected in 2009, this dark galaxy was officially identified in 2015 when astronomers noticed a small cluster of bright stars behaving oddly. Their movement suggested they were being influenced by an unseen mass. That mass turned out to be Galaxy X, a dwarf galaxy made almost entirely of dark matter. Unlike regular galaxies, which have stars strung across their structure like glowing Christmas lights, Galaxy X is missing nearly all of its visible matter. This isn't the only dark matter-heavy galaxy out there. Dragonfly 44, discovered in 2016, is 99.99% dark matter. But Galaxy X is unique because it sits right next door, reminding us that much of the universe is made of things we can't even see. Number 12. Elst-Pizarro. Some space objects defy easy classification, and Elst-Pizarro is one of the best examples. First discovered in 1979, it was originally labeled as an asteroid, as it orbits the Sun in the asteroid belt between Mars and Jupiter. But in 1996, astronomers noticed something odd. It had a tail, just like a comet. Comets typically come from the distant reaches of the solar system, made mostly of ice that vaporizes when they get close to the sun. Asteroids, on the other hand, are solid chunks of rock that don't usually develop tails. This made Elst Pizarro an anomaly. At first, scientists thought the tail might be debris from a recent impact, but when they studied it over time, they realized it was an ongoing process, not a one-time event. One theory suggests that a collision exposed some buried ice, which is slowly being lost to space. If that's the case, Pizarro is a comet in disguise, an asteroid masquerading as something else until it finally loses all its ice and returns to being an ordinary space rock. Number 11. Tabby's Star. Most stars flicker slightly as planets pass in front of them, causing brief, predictable dimming. Tabby's star, however, breaks all the rules. Located nearly 1,500 light-years away in the constellation Cygnus, it has been observed dropping in brightness by as much as 22%, far more than any planet could explain. Even weirder, its light has been fading steadily over decades, something no other known star does. At first, some astronomers suspected a swarm of comets was periodically blocking the light, but that didn't account for the long-term dimming. Then came the more controversial theory, alien megastructures. Some scientists speculated that an advanced civilization could be building something around the star to harvest its energy, which would explain the irregular dips in brightness. That idea has mostly been ruled out, with studies showing that different wavelengths of light are being blocked at different rates, something that suggests a massive cloud of dust rather than solid structures. Still, no one knows exactly what's happening with Tabby's star, and until we do, the mystery remains open. Number 10. The Oort cloud. Most of the solar system's familiar objects, planets, moons, and asteroids, orbit the sun in a relatively flat plane. But far beyond Neptune, in the coldest, darkest reaches of space, lies something completely different. The Oort cloud. A vast, spherical shell of icy bodies that encircles our solar system like a cosmic force field. It's so far away that even NASA's Voyager 1, traveling at 1,000,000 miles per day, won't reach it for another 300 years. And after that, it'll take another 30,000 years just to pass through it. This mysterious region, stretching up to 100,000 times the distance from Earth to the Sun, is believed to be the birthplace of long-period comets, those icy wanderers that take thousands, even millions of years to complete their orbits. Some scientists even speculate that rogue planets or interstellar visitors like Oumuamua could be lurking there. But until we send a probe that far out, the Oort cloud remains more of an idea than a confirmed reality. Number 9. The coldest star ever found. Stars are supposed to be blazing hot, giant balls of nuclear fusion burning at millions of degrees, but some break the mold entirely. Meet the coldest known brown dwarf, a failed star discovered just 7.2 light-years from Earth. Instead of burning brightly, this small, dim object barely emits any heat at all, with surface temperatures ranging between -54 and 9 degrees Fahrenheit, colder than a winter night in Antarctica. Brown dwarfs form like stars, but they don't gather enough mass to ignite fusion at their cores, meaning they never truly turn on. Instead, they glow faintly in infrared, like a dying ember in space. Despite their ghostly presence, brown dwarfs could vastly outnumber normal stars, lurking undetected in the darkness. Scientists have only just begun cataloging them, and if this frigid discovery is any indication, space could be filled with countless other failed stars, cold, lonely, and nearly invisible. Number 8. A giant water cloud. Water in space isn't unusual. We've found it on Mars, Europa, and even drifting in tiny frozen particles between stars. But this water cloud is something else entirely. Spanning a mind-boggling 140 trillion times the volume of Earth's oceans, it's the single largest and oldest known reservoir of water in the universe. It sits 12 billion light-years away, surrounding a supermassive black hole in a distant quasar, meaning it formed when the universe was barely a billion years old. Unlike water on Earth, this cosmic vapor cloud isn't liquid or ice. It's in a gaseous state, heated by the intense radiation from the feeding black hole. Scientists believe that early galaxies may have contained similar vast quantities of water, helping to shape the universe's first stars and planets. In other words, water, the very thing that makes life possible, has been around for nearly as long as the universe itself. Number 7. Sagittarius B2. This enormous dust cloud is truly something to behold. Spanning an incredible 150 light-years across, its sheer size is impressive. But that's not even its most fascinating feature. Located 390 light-years from the center of the Milky Way, this dense molecular cloud is famous for containing a surprising chemical compound, ethyl formate. This is the very compound that gives raspberries their sweet taste and rum its rich, enticing aroma. While there's no actual rum to be found, Captain Jack Sparrow might still appreciate the cosmic scent. It seems the Milky Way has a flavor all its own. Number 6. A hot ice planet. Gliese 436. B defies everything we thought we knew about planets. Located 30 light-years away, this Neptune-sized world should not have ice. At over 800 degrees Fahrenheit, any surface water should have long since boiled away into space. Yet somehow, it's covered in burning ice. The secret lies in extreme gravitational pressure. Scientists believe that this exoplanet contains a super-dense form of water known as Ice 7 or Ice 10, where the molecules are squeezed so tightly that they remain solid even at blistering temperatures. Essentially, the planet's immense gravity locks water into an exotic state that doesn't behave like anything on Earth. This discovery challenges the way we think about planetary environments. It suggests that liquid water and ice could exist in forms we never imagined, opening up possibilities for alien worlds that don't follow the usual rules of habitability. If burning ice is possible, what other strange chemistry is lurking out there? Number 5. Oumuamua. Back in 2017, astronomers caught sight of something zipping through the solar system that made them do a double take. They named it Oumuamua, a Hawaiian word meaning scout or messenger, and if anything, it lived up to that name. This cigar-shaped object didn't move like any asteroid or comet we'd ever seen. It sped up as it left the sun's pull, but without the usual gas tail that comets produce. Scientists scrambled to explain it. Some said it was a hydrogen iceberg. Others thought it was debris from a shattered planet. But then came the wild card theory. Harvard researchers proposed it could be an alien probe using light sails to travel through space. Not everyone was convinced, but the fact remains. This object behaved in ways we still can't fully explain. And just like that, Oumuamua dipped out of the solar system, taking its secrets with it. Number 4. FRB 121102. Most fast radio bursts, or in short, FRBS, are like cosmic one-night stands. They flare up for a millisecond and vanish forever. But FRB 121102 refuses to play by the rules. Discovered in 2012, this mysterious signal keeps repeating, sending over 150 bursts from a galaxy 3 billion light-years away. Scientists have no clue what's behind it. One theory suggests a highly magnetized neutron star, while another, far more exciting, proposes an advanced alien civilization using these bursts as a kind of cosmic engine. If that's the case, though, they're not sending signals to us. These bursts started their journey before Earth even had complex life. So if aliens are behind this, they've been at it for a long time. Probably long before we ever looked up at the sky and wondered who else might be out there. We know nothing about our world nor our universe, so there can be things that we simply can't understand or imagine. Number 3. The dark flow. Something big, really big, is pulling entire clusters of galaxies toward it at over 1 million miles per hour. Astronomers call this phenomenon the dark flow, but they have no idea what's causing it. Some believe it's a massive, unseen structure lurking beyond the edge of our observable universe. Others suggest it could be evidence of another universe leaking into ours. Yep, you read that right. There might be an entire other universe tugging on our galaxies like an impatient neighbor trying to borrow sugar. The weirdest part about this is that we can't really see what's causing it. Well, whatever it is, it's operating on a scale so massive that even light itself can't illuminate the source. For now, all we can do is watch these galaxies get dragged toward an invisible force and hope they're not headed somewhere we wouldn't want to follow. Number 2. A mysterious signal from a sun-like star. If Earth ever picks up a signal from deep space, the first thing we'd ask is, who or what sent it? That's exactly what happened in 2015, when Russian astronomers detected an unexplained radio signal from HD 164595, a star eerily similar to our own sun, located 94 light-years away. The star even has a Neptune-sized planet orbiting it, and scientists suspect there could be more, maybe even an Earth-like world. Naturally, theories about extraterrestrial intelligence started flying. But there's a catch. If aliens were sending out this signal, they'd need to use at least 50 trillion watts of power, which is more energy than all of human civilization uses at any given moment. Some scientists argue that the signal was just interference or a mistake in the telescope's detection. But until we can prove otherwise, that brief pulse of radio waves remains an open-ended question floating in space. Number 1. A mysterious supervoid. Space isn't just full of stuff, it's also full of nothing. But one patch of nothing is so enormous, so empty, that even light seems to struggle to get through it. Known as the supervoid, this 3 billion light-year-wide region is one of the largest and strangest structures in the universe. Unlike normal voids, which are just areas with fewer galaxies, this one is so empty that it's actually affecting the energy of light that passes through it. Some scientists think it could be linked to the cold spots left over from the Big Bang, while others believe it's just another strange quirk of cosmic evolution. Whatever the case, if you were somehow traveling at the speed of light, it would still take you hundreds of millions of years to cross this vast nothingness. It's an unsettling reminder that space isn't just full of mysteries, it's also full of places where nothing, not even galaxies, dares to exist. If you've enjoyed watching this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you soon in the next one.